Today I'm not going to spend too much time talking to you about what we didn't do and what we need to do to prepare. I think in a lot of ways it's pretty obvious when you take a look at, uh, the stats. What I do want to talk about is that I just really appreciate in this game that Ayriel and Raven found a way themselves to try to help the team to get him going. I think they showed a lot of poise at various times. Um, you know, no time like the present for the two of them to come together to try to get this team going. I don't know if it's a matter of too little too late, because the nice thing is we still have the opportunity to go on to New Orleans. We have 3 days before we play our first game. So that's a lot of rest time, mental rest, as well as go time, and understanding what it is we need to do to try to make a run. I think everyone who watches this team understands that there's a lot of talent there. We just keep misfiring in a lot of different ways. So for Ayriel and Raven to finish strong like that, I appreciate that. Raven was struggling a little bit there with the three ball. Our team was. She understood I need to take it to the hole. She did that, got to the free throw line for us. That's the way we're going to score against this team. It was a very good defensive team, of course, but the other half is that we need to do a little bit better job defending them. But I'm really proud of these two young ladies on their senior night. My heart breaks for them all week and all year long. I'm always a big believer in celebrating your seniors, whether they play no minutes or whether they play a lot of minutes, because they dedicated 4 or 5 years of their lives to this university to do everything you asked them to do, to work hard. They've made it. They haven't been suspended, kicked off the team, transferred. These are kids that have seen a lot of different changes over time. The only consistent they had really has just been me, but whether it be a strength coach, whether it be assistants, whether it be our sports information director, and they battled through, and that's what I appreciate, and I think that's what they're going to be able to take with them after, they stop bouncing their last ball and shooting their last shot. They're going to take with them that they were able to live with adversity and triumph, and I think that's the most important piece of it. In addition to that, they're still part of a back-to-back postseason tradition that was started with them, with this new core of kids under my regime, as well as it's not over. That's what I kept like. It's not over. I mean, to me, it's not over at all, because we still have not hit our peak. We still take out the injuries and transfers and all that. We're still not where we need to be. And I'll keep saying there's no time like the present. But I truly do appreciate these two young women, and my heart is, hurts for them, for their senior game, to lose. But again, it's not over. So there's redemption there if we work hard. Sorry, I was really wordy and long, but.
Ladies, I was kind of watching something on ESPN today. They were doing a little feature on the men. There are a lot of senior day games going on with the various players. How difficult is it to play come out and have to play that final senior game after going through all the emotions of having the parents out there, knowing it's your last game at Strand? How's that factor in the way you guys came out to do?
I think I got out all my emotions beforehand, so when we walked out, it was just focus and go time, ready to play. We had a little share time in our pregame meal where everybody just went around and said what they're going to miss about the seniors. It was a little, emotional, but that was all my crying there. I was ready to play as soon as we stepped on the court with our families and stuff and play for each other. It just didn't turn out how we wanted it to.
Yeah. Me, on the other hand, last night, I didn't know how I was going to handle today, because I'm a very emotional person. At pregame, I took it kind of iffy, but I knew when I seen my parents and I was walking on the straight hand for the last time, it was going to hit me a little bit, but I knew that wasn't going to take me out of my game. And like Raven said, it just sucks that we couldn't pull it out. But I mean, like Coach said, we do have the tournament to go to try to make this run and potentially go to postseason. So we gotta let this one, sit on our heart for a little bit, but we gotta let it go because we gotta get ready for the conference.
Right. As far as obviously the season's not over yet, but kind of looking back, is there a particular game that stands out for either one of you?
That's a good question.
Since you've been here?
Since we've been here? Oh, by far, I think for me, beating Arkansas State last year on senior day, yeah.
For sure.
I think some of us doubted that game coming in, honestly, just because the rep Arkansas State has, and to get that win, honestly, that was pretty.
We did it, yeah. Same, Arkansas State, that was a big win for us.
Mm-hmm.
Senior game.
Shifting gears now, do you kind of see this as a coach? You kind of see this as a new start for you guys. Like you said, the season's not over. It doesn't matter how you guys finish the season. It matters that this is a new chance. It's one win elimination. Do you think is that kind of mentality you guys take despite the kind of slump you guys have been?
Yeah, I think that both Ayriel and Raven can tell you. One of my favorite quotes is not how you start or who starts, it's how you finish. It truly is in the end, and whether it be when you're at those pearly gates to answers, our Creator, or whether it be, what, you laughing at me? Oh, sorry, Raven, don't wish that on me. Okay. Or whether it be in a game, right, that you earn the opportunity to start, but who's in the game at the end to help close it out is really important to me. And so ultimately, for sure, how they finish, how will they be remembered. Hey, the book is still open, the chapter's not written yet. I'm excited about that. I welcome our matchup, for sure. And so for me, I know that these two are on board because time is ticking. And I know that I can count on them to make sure the team is prepared tomorrow. We're practicing tomorrow. It's not changing, so we can get ourselves mentally prepared as to what it is we're going to face. Going up against a really good Little Rock team who's, it's still the second place team in the conference.
Do you think last time against Little Rock was a little bit of the team that you feel the peak that this team is kind of can show you the last time, not last time, but the last home game against Little Rock where you guys beat them?
I do, but I also think that there's some pockets in the game at their place. I think that we can really point to, like, these are the adjustments we need to make in order to win this game. And I think they clearly our team understands that as well. Not that it's going to be any quote-unquote easier versus playing, whether we played Lafayette or South Alabama again or Troy or Arkansas State. But I think that it's so fresh we just played them and we took an L at their place. I think the adjustment shouldn't be as difficult for a student athlete to understand what it is they need to do. It's the application that's going to be really tough.